Have you ever had a teacher with literally no common sense? My English teacher, Mrs. Patterson, was absolutely convinced that I was running some kind of underground cheating ring because I actually read the books we were assigned. She'd just attended a workshop about academic dishonesty and decided I was her mastermind criminal. Why? Because I could discuss plot details without constantly checking SparkNotes like everyone else. It started when we were reading To Kill a Mockingbird, and I mentioned that Harper Lee used the mockingbird as a symbol for innocence. Mrs. Patterson's eyes narrowed suspiciously. How do you know that, Emma? That's very sophisticated for a sophomore. Because I read the book, I replied, confused. She pulled me aside after class. I'm watching you. Students who come with pre-prepared insights are usually getting help they shouldn't be getting. I stared at her in disbelief. You mean doing research? The next week during Romeo and Juliet, I pointed out a parallel between the balcony scene and a sonnet we'd studied. Mrs. Patterson slammed her book shut. Emma, step into the hallway immediately. The entire class went silent. Where did you get that connection? She demanded. I noticed it while reading, I stammered. The imagery is similar. Stop right there. That level of analysis isn't normal for someone your age. You're either getting outside help or memorizing study guides. She gave me a 0 for academic dishonesty, even though I'd literally just made an observation from the text. Word spread quickly. Other teachers started scrutinizing my essays. The librarian got suspicious when I checked out extra books. My parents got a call about my unusually advanced literary insights. Things escalated during our poetry unit. I mentioned reading Robert Frost for fun. Mrs. Patterson went pale. You're reading poetry for pleasure. Yes, I like his nature imagery. That's exactly what someone would say if they'd memorized critical essays, she muttered. The breaking point came during our midterm. I analyzed appearance versus reality in Macbeth, referencing specific scenes and dramatic irony techniques. When she returned exams, mine had an F with "see me immediately." This essay is too sophisticated, she said. You've clearly plagiarized from multiple sources. I can explain every point I made, I protested. Nobody writes like this naturally. I'm referring you to the Academic Integrity Committee. That Friday, I sat in the vice principal's office with my parents while Mrs. Patterson presented her evidence. Emma has consistently demonstrated knowledge beyond her grade level, she declared. This indicates extensive outside assistance. My mom looked at the papers. You mean she's good at English? In English class? It's the sophistication that's concerning, Mrs. Patterson insisted. Students don't naturally think this critically. My dad showed them my Goodreads account. Over 200 books read, detailed reviews, reading challenges completed. She reads constantly, he said. Of course she's developed analytical skills. The vice principal reviewed my record. Straight A's in English since elementary school. Reading club participation, glowing recommendations. Then she looked at Mrs. Patterson. You've given an F to a student for being too good at English? I'm changing Emma's grade to an A+ and removing all warnings, the vice principal said firmly. And Mrs. Patterson, we need to discuss nurturing gifted students rather than punishing them. The next Monday, Mrs. Patterson avoided eye contact completely. Students started asking me for essay help since I apparently knew more than our teacher thought possible. By semester's end, half the class had transferred out. Meanwhile, kids who never read anything and copied from SparkNotes got praised for having age-appropriate analytical skills.